Hello, everyone. Raymond Moore, Kilty Prepper. How's everybody doing? You're watching Coffee with Ray. Yum, yum, yum. Good coffee. So, yeah, life is good today. Today's topic, and I thought this one was rather important because I've been looking in, or at least observing in some of the prepper groups and everything, that a lot of people don't know how to use survival food. And folks, like it or not, now's the time to really start using, learning, and augmenting or kicking your dishes up, leveraging survival food. And what I got here is a whole bunch of samples and things like that, and but wanted to show you some stuff and how you can use it in everyday cooking. Hey, Holly, how you doing? um and I truly do use my survival food in everyday cooking. I always use it to like kick it up, and it takes, for example, ramen noodles, and add other things into it, a lot of the survival foods that I have and everything like that. But you can kick up any dish and augment it any way you can using your survival food. And there's a lot of tips and tricks when using, especially the freeze-dried food and everything. One of my favorites here, and I don't want to share this, and this is something I share a lot, excuse me, with my audiences and on my Facebook posts and everything like that. And that is Augus Farms black bean burger mix. Now, this is a great product, and a lot of times Augus Farms has this on sale. Whenever it does, I do try to post it on my Facebook group, my Telegram group, and get it out there and get it going. But this is a great food, and it's rather inexpensive. A lot of times you can get it for like 12-13 bucks when it's on sale, even less at times, depending on what the sale is and everything. But I love this. This is, not only can you make black bean burgers the way they say to make them, but I've really found what I like. Instead of making the burgers, I like just making it the way it is, and adding some water, cooking it up, getting it the way it's supposed to be, and then adding it to burritos, making your own burrito with these things. This rocks. And so it's an inexpensive meal. It's high in protein. And one of the things, again, I make it, add some water to it. And when I'm cooking with freeze-dried food, I don't follow the instructions, because when you follow the instructions with a lot of freeze-dried foods and everything, it always waters it down way too much. And so when I do this, I'll add some water to it and then slowly continue to add water until I get it to the consistency that I like, or what I'm wanting to do with that meal. So for example, when I'm making burritos and everything, I'll put it in the pan with some water and everything, get it going, get it nice and slushy and stuff, let it start to expand and absorb some of that water. And then I just keep like a cup of water, or I have a boiling pot of water, so that I can just add to it. And but this is a great product, and there's, again, you can make black bean burgers from it, but I really love making burritos or tacos with this. And so what I do is cook it up, make it so it's got some good consistency and stuff, and then add it to the burrito, maybe throw some sour cream on it, some Frank's hot sauce, maybe a little bit of lettuce and tomato and everything. But this makes a great meal, and it's inexpensive. And I highly recommend it. If you don't have any black bean, burger mix in your pantry, get it. And what I'll do is I'll put some links down at the bottom so you can get some of the food that I'm talking about in this show. But this is a staple, and we actually use it a lot. You can use it and make like tortilla soup with it, because you're thinning it out a bit. But the great thing about the black bean burger mix is it's already seasoned, and so it adds a lot to it. You can add it to hamburger as well, and again, make it with tacos or burritos or other things. Make a casserole with it, something like a tortilla casserole or such. But this is a great staple if you really like that Mexican flavor and everything. But this is a good one, folks. Other things kind of on the same Mexican food realm. This is by Thrive Life. This is their refried bean mix. And again, this is really good. And, you know, sometimes what I'll do is I'll cook this up as well with the black bean and add it to the burritos, or when we're doing tacos or something like that, add it to that and things. But this is their refried bean mix. Really, really good and super, super nutritional. Again, anything with beans has a lot of protein in it, and so very good. But this is Thrive Life, and again, I'll put my link down there so you can get Thrive Life foods and stuff. And if you have any questions about any of this, you know, contact me, and I can, you know, give you some pointers and, you know, some good things and stuff. But another good, you know, another good thing to have on the shelf, refried beans. And again, in the bean arena, this is something that I use a lot, and these are not freeze dried. They are freeze dried in a sense, but these are instant black beans, and I enjoy making black bean soup and or a black and red bean mix or beans and rice mix and stuff. And I use a lot of, like, you know, coconut milk or coconut cream, and make a really good Caribbean style black bean soup, or black, you know, red and black beans or beans and rice with that. And again, because they've already been somewhat cooked and then, you know, freeze dried and everything, super, super fast. You don't have to let your beans soak or anything. So if you're looking for beans, this is a great thing. Add this to soups, add this to casseroles, anything where you would have beans normally. This is a great product. Again, Thrive Life, the instant black beans. Let's see here. Green beans. Again, whenever I'm using soups, or especially when I'm making soups and stews, because I do make a lot of soup and stews. The family loves my soup. And so when you're looking for making like a veggie soup or something like that, I will add, you know, some green beans. I'll add some broccoli. Let's see, what else do I got here? Thought I had some corn here, but I guess I don't. But corn and everything. But you know, using these sort of veggies in your soups and so forth is really good, very good food. And again, I don't pre-water the, you know, they say rehydrate. No, bullcrap. If you're going to use this stuff, allow the moisture in the food to basically rehydrate these, and or any of these freeze-dried items. These are great in eggs, and you know, if you want something like, or quiche. Oh my goodness, I make quiche with this all the time. And you know, you can get a number 10 can. I like these smaller cans because, you know, there's only 3 of us, and so by opening up a number 10 can, you know, you're unless you use a lot of the product and stuff, what it'll happen is it'll stay somewhat dry and everything if you keep the oxygen absorbers in it and stuff. But I like these smaller cans because the food stays fresher. They are a tad more expensive, but I do like the smaller cans and everything. Now, products that I do use that, you know, that I use a lot, for example, are onions. And this, I actually have an open can of this in my kitchen, and these are chopped onions, and they're freeze dried. They also make a dehydrated onion, which I tend to lean towards more. But take a fistful of these, throw them in a soup, toss them in your eggs, throw them in a casserole, you know, anything and everything. But these onions do great. And again, by using the moisture in the product that you're cooking already, these things will rehydrate. So you do not have to put it in a bowl and rehydrate them or anything like that. That waters the flavor down. That's why I never rehydrate any of my foods, because it just waters them down like crazy, and then they taste really bland, really yucky. But I'm a big fan of the freeze-dried onions and dehydrated onions. Very, very good thing. A lot of people are talking about protein and stuff. This is my, you know, chicken slices, and again, smaller cans, because when you pop them open, you know, the moisture and everything, the ambient air does get to it after a while, even though you keep the oxygen absorber in it and everything like that. But I like the smaller cans and everything. But protein is on the expensive side, so again, I like the smaller cans to do it. A full number size tin can of meat, like these chicken slices or something are going for like 50, 60 bucks, maybe even more for a can, where these are only like 25, 30 bucks, you know, depending on prices and everything. But again, when I use these, when I cook with this, I don't rehydrate it or anything, because especially this chicken slices are already seasoned. And so when you rehydrate them in a bowl of water, which is sometimes what they recommend to do, you're going to lose the flavor. And so I'll throw this into a soup and or you know, just, you know, a casserole or something like that. If you have the regular diced chicken that's freeze dried, that is one of them that I do recommend to rehydrate, because you can make some insane chicken salad sandwiches with that. But since these are already seasoned and everything, I don't want to wash away that seasoning when in a rehydration process. So by cooking with these the way they are, by throwing them into what you're making and everything, they will automatically rehydrate. And you know, it's a great way to you know, put protein into your foods and everything. But again, practice cooking with this stuff now, so that when SHTF does take place, you're not going, oh my God, how do I use this stuff? This is insane. It's crazy. How do I do it? Another thing, and I love these, my daughter loves this as well, but freeze-dried strawberries as well as freeze-dried blueberries. Folks, making pancakes, oh my goodness, you sprinkle some of this in your pancake mix and everything, and it's just really good. But again, by just throwing them into your pancakes, when you pour your batter, just sprinkle some of these into your pancakes. The heat and steam will automatically rehydrate these, and they make insane pancakes. You can make a regular cake with these, and again, sprinkle them into the cake batter and everything. The cooking process will rehydrate them, so you don't have to rehydrate these at all. Because again, rehydrating these things in a bowl of water, which a lot of the companies recommend you doing and everything, really just, you know, diminishes the flavor. You're washing some of that flavor out. But the strawberries and the blueberries are incredible. And, you know, there's so much that you can do. You can make, you know, again, cake, pancakes. You can make parfaits with these and things. You know, soak them in cream or milk, and that will help rehydrate, and you're not losing the flavor. If anything, the flavor then is going into the milk or the cream. But it makes great for smoothies. You know, it blends right up really easily, and it really adds some good flavor to the food. Let's see, what else do I got here? Scrambled egg mix, again, another protein source and everything. And this stuff is great. All you do is, you know, mix it with water, throw it in your pan, boom, you've got scrambled eggs. And for those who are in the military, if you've ever had the powdered eggs or anything like that, that's basically what it tastes like. You do have, you know, it's good. They're eggs and everything, but you really can't bake or cook with these as a regular egg. This is typically just scrambled eggs. And so basically it's the military army scrambled eggs, powdered eggs, you know, that you've probably eaten when you were in the military. But all this stuff is really good, really easy to use. And I really recommend that you guys, you know, start practicing using these today, so that when time does come, when you do need to use this, you're able to use this. And so, you know, but it's super, super easy to do. And I find if I'm cooking just something regular, if I'm making a soup or something like that, usually what I'll do is I'll go down to our pantry, get some of these cans of you know, broccoli, beans, corn, onions, so forth and so on, and just add that to the soup, and it just really kicks up a soup really, really well. If you're doing the ramen meal sort of survival plan, you know, augmenting with this sort of stuff, adding it to your ramen and everything will kick it up. You know, adding something like beans and everything to your ramen meal or your ramen soup and everything. So these are ways that you can take your regular everyday food and then kick it up a notch using your freeze-dried foods that you have in your pantry. So let's see here. What else can I share? What else do I have? Did that. So, but what I'll do is I'll put some links down below for the Augus Farms. If you go to my website, raymondmoore.com or thekiltedprepper.com, I have a sale page, and that's my Augus sale page. I track Augus Farms sales all the time, see what's going on sale. There hasn't been much on sale recently, but Augus Farms is really great about doing some incredible sales. They do 50, 60, even 70% off. And when they have these sales, it's a great chance to just stock up on these items. I've seen like something like potato shreds for a number 10 can for something like $7.99. Now, the thing with Augus Farm sales is they only last about 12 to 24 hours. So when I send out an email on this, or when I post it to my Telegram group, or I post it on Facebook and everything, you need to act on it fast, because that sale does not last very long. And then what it does is it shoots right back up to the regular price. So whenever I do post these links for Augus Farms, then jump on it so that you're able to take advantage of these really, really good sales and be able to really, add to your pantry and things. So, but yeah, I thought I'd come in here today. Like I said, I was watching some of the Facebook groups on the survival things, and a lot of people were asking about how do you cook with freeze-dried or survival food and everything. And my biggest lesson, or the biggest thing that I would highly recommend, is never rehydrate your food. Like I said, a lot of the products say put it in a bowl, add some water, rehydrate. No, don't do that, because you're going to lose a lot of the flavor of the food. What you want to do is just drop it right into whatever it is you're making, and the cooking process will rehydrate that food in and of itself. So don't rehydrate, throw it right in your food, and you'll be amazed at how much flavor and how good it is when you cook your food and when you're doing augmenting and stuff. So try it, experiment. That's what I highly recommend. Experiment, have fun, try it out. And the great thing with these small pantry cans by Thrive Life is that you're not opening up a number 10 can. So you can experiment with these things, try out different recipes and different things that you're doing and everything, and just experiment, have fun, and go wild in the kitchen. And so that's everything. What I'll do again is I'll put some Augus Farm links down below. I'll put my Thrive Life link below. That's thrivelife.com/more, MHOR. And but I totally agree. I totally stand behind Augus Farms and Thrive Life. I've tried a lot of other survival foods out there, and they tend to be over salty, where Augus Farms and Thrive Life, their salt levels are minimal. They have really, really good food. Augus Farms, like I said, has a lot of sales and everything. The Cadillac of food is Thrive Life, and it is on the expensive side, but you're getting great food. Thrive Life has non-GMO. They have organic. They have gluten-free foods as well. And so there's a great company to buy your food from, is Thrive Life. And so let's see, anything else that I can share with cooking with freeze-dried food. So that's everything, folks. Do me a favor, like, subscribe, share, ring that little bell. And then also, I've got a Facebook group, and I put the link down below, but join my Facebook group, as well as go to my website, raymondmoore.com, MHOR.com, or thekiltedprepper.com. Both will take you to the same site, and sign up for my free newsletter. And in it, I'm always sharing my articles. I'm always, whenever I do have an Augus Farm sale, I zap it out right away and everything to those on my free newsletter. And so, get on that, free stuff. And I'm always sharing my information, because it's important to me that I create allies, not enemies. And I want all of us to work together and share our ideas, share our thoughts, share our tips, tricks, and all that other stuff. So that's everything. Coffee with Ray. Good coffee this morning. Yum. So we'll see you. Goodbye. God bless. And kilt on.